Hey guys, you know, it's really tough sometimes. You get into tournaments and you get into these situations and you don't know how to deal with them. I was at a tournament over the weekend and it had some EBI similar rules, and it got into overtime. There was different positions you could start in: the back, Spiderweb, and what was the other one? Triangle. So I'll give you a tip on the Spiderweb here. Guys, my name is Bill Jones, head instructor of top level martial arts in beautiful downtown Cuyahoga Falls. Black belt under Master Pedro Sauer. You're watching Professor's Corner. Here with me today is my buddy Josh Lorton. He's going to help me out. I picked him because he's so much bigger than me. It's a joke. He's very tiny. All right, go ahead and look out, man. So the position that they were having everybody start in, whether you like it or not, was this guy got to kind of do whatever he wanted with his hands, except for he couldn't hide them under your leg, so he couldn't do that. But he could grab his gi. He could do whatever he wanted. I got to have my south side arm. Guys, I always refer north side arm as head side, south side as legs. I get to start with my south side arm through, grabbing my pants, and the other hand here. This is the starting position. And then they would say go, and the goal is for me to attempt to submit him in some way, and for him to attempt to escape, and the minute that happens, it stops. So if Josh manages to turn and get his elbow to the ground, boom, game over, unless I have some sort of other submission block. And then he would get that position too. And I saw just a lot of like pulling here. I see a lot of this, like this. And the problem is with this, when I pull here, it's pulling at the elbow and it's actually pulling at the shoulder. It's putting very little pressure on the grip, which is why the grip doesn't break to that. So there's a couple different things you can do. I'm just gonna show you my favorite, but there's honestly a bunch of ways to handle this. Many of you know you'd much rather have this north side hand through to avoid the hitchhiker and things of that nature, but I'm gonna avoid all of that in general. So this is all strong as long as he can pull his arms apart. Okay, so what I'm gonna do first is hook my legs behind his elbow there, behind his tricep, and I'm gonna pull in. I wanna keep my hips close. So it's almost like I'm sitting crisscross applesauce. And then I do this. I give him his arm back. I don't care. I don't want this arm. So keep your grips or whatever, because you're gonna be hiding. Now look, I'm gonna push over and come through this side, and I'm looking for the back of his elbow here. Now two hands, pull this, and I keep my head here. Sometimes I need to use one hand and guide it. Boom, and I'm in. Right here's my arm crush. All right? If his grip breaks and he starts to pull that away, look, there's my arm lock. So those are my two favorite things to do from that situation. And it takes this grip, which is strong, keep it tight. It's strong against the tension pulling away, but it's very weak when things get pushed together. It's not a very strong grip that way. So that's why I do it the way I do. So one more time, we're in here, maybe you're attacking. I'm not a fan of doing this either, because while the push on the foot is nice, again, the grip is strong in this direction, but Newton's laws say equal and opposite, right? So when I'm pushing his arm, I'm also pushing me away. So a lot of times what happens is you push so hard, boom, you create space between your hips and his shoulder, and he turns and gets out. So one more time through the thing that I like to do. Over here, hook, release, come through. Guide this to the far side of my head, the south side of my head. Right here, look, I'm looking to catch right behind the elbow. Pull it, pressure in with my head. Right here, just hug, be tapped. And then if he were to break and start to release that, I can come here, catch, pinch the knees. You've got an arm bar there. You can always catch it here. You can always come in and grab the knee if you need to. So this is how I like to handle it. Guys, that's just a little tip. I hope you like it. Leave your comments below if you have any questions. I'll talk to you later.